Thank you. Thank you so much. Let us share them up here. The greatest Chamber.
Thank you, Mike. Of course, Cheyenne, thank you. I mean, to host us today in this lovely, lovely home, it's just amazing. So extend on behalf of North Seattle College, home of the Pacific Tree Frog, we are really hopping with joy to be with you today. So as Michael noted, that today we are celebrating North Seattle College being the entrepreneurship hub for Seattle, and we are just thrilled to start that program. It's a program certainly that has started at Seattle Central, and now as we really look into Seattle colleges, it makes sense for North to kind of carry on, and got this wonderful grant that kind of gave us a jump start to start our entrepreneurship program. So you'll hear more from our Dean, Milena Llanos, and of course our Associate Dean, Nausicaa, about the program, and of course a number of students and also our advisory board. But what I do want to do is do recognize, because in addition to serving as president for North Seattle College, I have the honor of also sitting as a member of the foundation board. So I wanted to recognize our host today, the Seattle Colleges Foundation, members of the Seattle Foundation. Of course, we got Scott here, and also Mark Dawson. Mark, there you go. So welcome. They, of course, are wonderful, what to say, really volunteer support Seattle Foundation. And of course, lovely thanks to the Executive Director, Vice Chancellor for the Foundation and Advancement for Seattle Colleges, Carrie Hummel. And I want to say a shout out to all the members of the Seattle Colleges Foundation and Advancement team. You see them everywhere. Andrea here. All right, so thank you. None of this will happen without their wonderful support. With that as well, I do wanted to say at Seattle Colleges, what's beautiful about the North, South, and Central is we take on certain expertise in terms of serving our community. So at South, certainly they're known for their skilled trades. Also recognition of the dogs. They've just been wonderful. All of us here, they're just calm as can. And of course, we take transfer students, so we can go Husky, go Cougs.
Thank you very much for being here. You know, I want to make sure I emphasize about one thing. All of you are VIP tonight. And today, I always tell people, animal first and human second. I have 4 dogs. And then for 17 years, I'm on the board. Before I say anything, I want to also recognize my very best friend, Qiu Mei Rui, and also Huang Changji. They two are the overseas Chinese commissioner in the past and also current commissioner. Well, please stand up and be recognized. And emphasize, all of you need to be recognized and to be thank you to be here tonight, because we're not doing anything. We are doing for the student and for the education, and that's what our goal is. And so Michael tell me, say, you have 4 minutes to talk about yourself, and I say I have to speak very fast, okay? So it was like about 1966 I come to this country, and that's 60 years today. It was a long time ago. When I come here, I have $350 in my pocket, and my son and my kid, and my husband. So I started with doing nothing because I want to be a social worker. I want to help the young people. But guess what? Nobody want to hire me because I don't speak English, and also I don't type enough. I still do not speak enough good English today. So therefore, I cannot get a social work job. And so I try to make a living. So I was a bartender. So then when I was a bartender, I never be a bartender. And then so the people said, do you know how to make wine? I said, well, give me a day, I'll learn how. So easy, right? everything okay. I have a book and it's called Dirty Mother and everything else. I can make a drink. But one day there's a guy come in, he said, well, I want a blue Hawaii. I look at my book, I can't find any recipe for the blue Hawaii. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna have a blue, kind of blue drink, kind of mint and papaya, and then also avocado, and mix it all up, and I say, okay, that's a blue Hawaii. So the guy said, I never have a blue Hawaii like that before. Well, what's your recipe? I said, well, it's a Chinese secret ingredient. So then she said, give me another one. The second one still tastes different because I can't. So, and then I went to be a dental assistant. So the guy, the only reason he hired me, only because I was the cheapest one. I only get paid $1.75 an hour. So he hired me and worked me to death 10 hours a day for $1.75. So I still do a good job. So the last one, I finally ended up with being a file clerk at the Washington Mutual Savings Bank. I got $375 a month. So therefore, I was, walk by these people, I think, well, I know I'm smarter than you guys, but I still got this little job. But I have to make a living. So I was a hairdresser, and I do an Avon, because that's a lot of women at the Washington Mutual Savings Bank. So I give them a buck. Each month, I will make another extra of $100. So that's how I come from, that's how I struggle. And then finally, when my mother-in-law passed away, then she has two houses for sale. And I see at the time in 1975, that so grim, you say, the last person leaves Seattle, turn off your lights. So therefore, the two-rooming houses are for sale and nobody want to buy it. And I see the foreclosure. And I said, well, I better go get it. I don't want to see that go foreclosure. It's my mother-in-law's house. I have $3,000 saved up and borrow $4,000 from my sister. So $7,000, I buy two-rooming house. So therefore, that's how I started my property management business. And then I worked very hard and got the two, and started that. And then I started working in my house, okay? So I hired my first bookkeeper. Her name is called Dorothy. So she come to work for me, she said, I can't work for you. I said, why not? She said, you don't even have a table. You have only a makeup desk. My back hurt at the end of the day. I said, don't leave. I will buy you a desk. Don't worry. So get her working for me. And then pretty soon, the guy knocked on my door. He said, you cannot work here because this is a residential area. You cannot have a business. I said, okay, I have to move. So I went to buy a 7-Eleven grocery store. So then I work in the grocery store, and the back is a tenant living there. And then he's taking a shower and everything, we can hear everything. And so my bookkeeper tell me, I cannot work like that. You got the people taking a shower and the bookkeeper in the front. You have to kick him out. I said, okay, I have to lose $950 a month. So finally, the 7-Eleven grocery store becomes WPI Real Estate. And then another couple of years go by, my son come and knock at my door. He said, well, there's a guy next 5 blocks away going bankrupt. He's in the property management business, he wants to sell. I said, how much? $750,000. I said, that's too much money. But I said, okay, let's go talk to him. He said, well, how much do you want? I said, he said, well, $750,000. I said, I only have $10,000. He said, that's a deal. You can buy it. Everything I told you, it was not a lie. So I paid him $10,000. I bought 9500 Roosevelt Way Northeast. Of course, it's only on owner contract because the bank will not loan me the money because I was not strong enough for that. But every month I pay him on time, and I started with the 9500 Roosevelt, and it's a WPI Real Estate as today. Today we're managing over 1,000 units, and we have about almost 100 employees. And then I'm very proud that TC Woods will take over my property management job. As you know, as you making, only in United States you can do what I have done. It's just like a miracle. When I come into it, because I don't think I'm that smart, and then still I can make it today, and I just say, I am so lucky. you know what? It's time to give it to the community. And you know what can be better to give the young kids education? Because I believe in one thing: give the kids a fishing pole so they can fish and get the fish all their life, rather than to give them a fish for today. So that is my goal. And I think today I have so many people coming here. They are all devoted to the education, like Cho Mei Rui, like Judy Xu, like, you know, and so many of you. They are all devoted to the education, because I think education is the key to the young people for their future, and I'm devoted to that. But don't forget my devotion also to the animal. I have 4 rescue dogs, and I think that, you know, they bring us a lot of happiness, and I love them, and I think that they can bring you a lot of happiness in your life. Life, besides making money, make a good life, and only United States can do it, because it's a melting pot. Look at all of this. We have Asian, Chinese, American, black people, anything, any races. Everybody can make a living. Only if you believe in yourself, persistent, and go for your goal. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you.
My name is Melina Llanos, and I am the Dean of Workforce Instruction at North Seattle College. Thank you. As you heard from Dr. Rachel, the 3 Seattle colleges are increasingly carving out distinct identities. Up at North, our focus is technology and business, and I'm really proud of what we're building. For example, we're one of the first community colleges in the state and in the country to have a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science program. We're very grateful to the program's lead funder, Amazon, and of course to the Seattle College's Foundation for forging that connection. The program began only 4 years ago and required special legislation, and the person who drove that bill as a state senator should be here tonight, and that's Joe Wynn? Can you read?
I don't think he's arrived yet, yeah.
Okay. Who is now the CEO of the Greater Seattle Chamber of Commerce. So now you might wonder, how is a new BS in computer science program adjusting to the AI earthquake? Everybody sees how AI is shaking up the coding world, and the answer is that we're adjusting really well. It's a virtue of being a new program, is that we're not set in our ways, we're very nimble, and we don't have fixed ideas about how to do things. So we're actively adding AI into our instructional approach. And our grads are getting jobs at AI-centered companies. We have multiple alums at Snowflake.ai. And this is really the flexible, adaptable spirit that we're bringing to all of our tech and business programs at North. And that definitely includes the Entrepreneurship Hub. So to tell you more about the Entrepreneurship Hub, I'm excited to introduce my stellar colleague, Nauzika Zorsi, who's in charge of getting it off the ground. So can you
As you may know, North Seattle College has great business programs. They are so great that we have won against high-profile institutions like Michigan State for international business competitions. We have also won several times the Russell Investment competition at the University of Washington Business School, Foster Business School. Our students are doing great. And the driving force for those initiatives, those triumphs, is Dr. Honorio Tudino, which I haven't seen yet, unfortunately, but he's supposed to be here. So if he comes, please introduce yourself and get to talk to him. He's fantastic. In addition to international business, our business programs have always had an entrepreneurial aspect. For quite some time, North Seattle College has offered short and long-term certificates. Now with this new hub, which we have received a grant for, this And by the way, our team calls it the Launch and Succeed Accelerator, the Launch and Succeed. And can you hear me if I don't use the microphone? Okay, so I think I'm gonna drop it because I use my hands when I talk. We call it the Launch and Succeed, and the launch is basically goes back to our short and long-term certificates, right? That enable students to launch a business. The succeed part is what we're working on today. The launch part has been there for a while, but the succeed part is what we're working on today, and it's all these initiatives that are going to enable not just students, but also alumni and community partners to make their business a success. All right, so that's what the launch and succeed.
Originally from Colima, Mexico, where I earned my bachelor's degree in international business. I first came to the United States as an au pair in Wisconsin. After my first year, I thought, maybe I should try a different state. So I moved to Seattle for my second au pair year, and that decision completely changed my life. I fell in love with the city, and when my au pair program ended, I decided to stay and earn my Master's of Science in Business Analytics at Seattle University. While I was earning my master's, I worked as a nanny and I genuinely loved it. Working with children wasn't new to me. Growing up in Mexico, I had volunteered at the Center for Children with Special Needs and later at an orphanage, helping children with homework and other activities. While I was at Seattle University, I was also building a career in the tech industry. I started as a web assistant, then moved into web analytics, and after graduation became a project coordinator for a construction company. Honestly, I liked the job, it was interesting, I learned a lot. The problem was my manager. He literally was looking what I was doing 24/7 on my computer and lots of micromanaging. And maybe that would work for some people, but not for me. So I quit. That experience made me stop and think about what I really wanted my career to look like. I realized I miss working with children. I love solving business problems, but I also love the energy, curiosity, and joy that children bring. That's when I started wondering, what if I didn't have to choose? What if I could combine my business background with something I truly loved? So, enter door number 1 at North Seattle College. The Early Childhood Education Certificate Program, where I'm working toward my Washington State teaching certificate. At the same time, I had already started building the business. After doing lots of research, I discovered that Magnolia had very few language immersion childcare options. But there was a real demand for them. Parents love the idea of exposing their children to a second language at an early age. I knew that was something I wanted to create.
Yeah, I just like to use this opportunity to introduce the CEO of Seattle College Foundation, Harry Howell. Thank you so much. And also thank you, Michael, for your arrangement to make this happen. Thank you so much for everybody for your participation. Thank you.